Welcome back, guys. We are on day 4 of fixing my wife's rear end crash damaged car at 40 miles an hour. So we're going to crack on. If you haven't seen the videos already, check the link above. Now I've got some new tools, new goodies that we're going to give a go. Let me show you. So we did get one of the pullers with the tabs, and that is what I'm going to attempt to pull this bit out, if it will. It may not, but it's worth a try. And then again on the inside, pull out hopefully like this bit here, try and get that bit smoother, and go from there. So that's the plan. And then we're going to get the tailgate on. We're going to get the tailgate off first, put the new one on so we can start lining it up as well. So that's going to be the first job. I'm just waiting for Connor to turn up, and then we're going to get this all off and get going. Let's do...
What size are these?
Connor is finally here. Hello. So what we're going to do is pull this out with the pig's foot. Oh god, hang on. Whoa. When it comes out. And now what we need to do is pull these two out from underneath, and then there's a bolt here and a bolt here underneath, and that will be that bit, and then we just need to pop the two arms off there. So let's go. Okay, we actually need to take these sections out here because the washer and the power runs through down here. Let's just... Okay, getting straight into this video, I just want to say thank you to absolutely everyone in the last video that had liked, commented, and even subscribed. We did amazing in that video. We're now at like 750 subscribers, I think, now. So let's try and still get that to 1,000, but I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. So what we need to do is this here, get that tab out, up. So that's now unplugged. So now what we need to do is the other side. Oh, hang on. The other side is take this off, ready for the water that goes down. So let's get that done. Okay, so I've got this bit out, and we'll see that right there with the plug. So let's pull that all out, unclip that water, unclipped. Let's pull that along. Okay, both of them run over the top. Make sure you get the right one. This one's the front, that runs to the front of the car, and the other one sort of runs to here. I just pulled the wrong one, so go for the one at the back. There's like a clip there. I need to take these two clips off because the other one hasn't got it on, but we'll do that in a minute. By the end of this video, I actually need to make a big decision, and it's not a decision that I take lightly because it's something that I have never done before, but it needs to be done, and I probably should have done this from the start, saved a bit of time. But yeah, so see that at the end of the video, and excuse me for my voice, it's a bit croaky at the minute. This side, just feel it. We now have the two brackets there and there with 15 bolts, yeah, 15 bolts on the inside. Once we've got that, we've just got the two hydraulic, I don't even know what they're called, arms bits, and then that will be that one off. So. Just to clarify on that, that's 15mm bolts, not 15 bolts in total. Maybe should have made that a little bit clearer. If you like these voiceovers, give me some feedback. Like, do you want to hear more? Do you want more details in what I'm actually doing? Or do you just want me to shut up? Pretty much. I won't be offended either way. But yeah, if you like this video, just drop me a comment and hit that like button. And we finally have this one off, and now we need to strip everything off this and put it on to the one that's about to go on. It doesn't have everything on it, like the spoiler, etc. It also has no window wiper at the back, which we actually prefer. It's the same on my Focus. I just don't like back window wipers. I think they just look bulky and yeah. So luckily this new one that's going on doesn't have that. But yeah, we're just rebuilding that and then get it straight on. So what we're doing is in reverse to how we took it off. We're doing the two main top hinge bolts up first, and then getting the boot struts on to be able to hold that up, and then get onto the positioning, which is a bit fiddly, but we get there, as you'll see. If we come across something that doesn't look right,
Oh, yeah.
right, is that still recording? Yeah, let's see how
Yeah.
first alignment sits.
I just take this off.
So, what we need to do, if you come here, look under here. No, I'm going to get a torch.
Why is this camera being like that?
Oh, you have to, if you're keeping it still, hold it there, or you can move it.
There we go.
So if you want it to stay still, hold it in.
Uh-huh.
Just see. Let me do this one. There you go, you might see it from this side. Look, it's not quite
Yeah.
fully lined up yet, so it's only actually off maybe by a couple of mil.
Hmm.
And how's that looking up there? Because it could be a case of this needs to move higher. Potentially we can move that higher, move that boot up. I'll go and see what the gap is on the other one. Okay, so we've still got the issue with this boot lining up with the new lock that is in. So that's all in. That will not close, but we also need to do the fitment. So obviously it's not going to close right now on this end bit, but we need to bring this in because that is not where it should be. That actually needs to go back. So that's one thing. And then once that's all lined up there, we can then tackle this bottom bit here, and we still need to put the spoiler on. So let's carry on with that. You're going to get this spoiler off first. Get that off. Let's go. Little tip for anyone that may be removing a spoiler off of one of these Fiesta: take the spoiler off before taking the boot off. Yeah, it's harder with the tailgate off than it is with it's still attached to the car. Well, that's off. Good job with putting razors on. I don't need that clip there or that clip there. So, one spoiler off. Before I start putting all the spoiler back together and everything, I'm just going to make sure that the wire that we put in is all fully working with the brake. So... I totally forgot that I actually need to connect it inside the car as well. So let's do that and then retry this again. So we're just reconnecting that wire just here, in that inside bit. Take you guys with me so you can actually see what's happening here. So actually this wire runs and clips straight into there like so, and then that goes all the way up through there. Well, we haven't secured it yet because we're just checking this bit, so let's pull that down, reconnect the brake light. Okay, so as you saw, that was working. So let's get that up and start playing around with the top of it. What we're working on right now is going to be this gap, trying to close that gap up by moving the whole thing up a little bit. And there's a massive gap, obviously, where the lock is here. Now, I don't know if that'll be just because of the top not being far enough back, or if it's that as well. So we will be checking that. It's not going to be perfect straight away, so let's get on with this bit and then see where this lines up. So it needs to go back and slightly to the left from it lining up at the top. I don't know if you'll see it at that angle from this bit here and this bit over here. So we're just going to move it this way ever so slightly. Okay, I actually need to wait till Connor gets back to help with this one because I need to be able to move this and tighten it at the same time. But what I am going to do is this bottom piece. So I'm going to try and attempt to pull some of that out again, just to try and get that boot latch sitting more level. So fingers crossed this works because I've not done this before. So I've got one of these kits. I'm going to give it a go and attach the little tabs to this bit here and see if we can pull some of that out, and on the inside as well. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's get all the dust off this, give it a good old wipe quickly. Okay. As you can see, this started off amazingly. I've never used this before, as you can probably tell. It's a little bit of a disaster, but yeah, we're doing it. What I will say is this has been a massive, massive learning curve in every aspect. Okay, it's been a couple of hours and Connor's on his way back, so we're going to reline this boot up. Right now I'm going to take the two struts off either side and move it back and kind of see if I can get it in place. Connor will be here soon. Still need to get the spoiler on, but I'm also going to install spoiler razors, so that's also something else we're going to do. So let's go. Okay, already that's not looking too far off like that. It's also not fully shut yet, but it's not too bad lining up with that part there. And then the same on that side, it's not too far off. So got a bit of a gap there. What's that gap like on this side? About the same. So see that gap there, yeah. But it's also not shut either. So far not looking too bad. Just gonna make sure the top is lined up pretty even, and we'll go from there. I will not lie to you, I was getting a little bit frustrated with the process and really struggling at this point to get on with the job. Okay. There's still quite a big gap there at the minute. It is day 5 and yeah, if not, we have some things that we need to do and I need to learn. So let's see if we can do this bit first and see how we get on, and then we'll see if we need to do that or not. But if not, I'll give you a little hint. I bought something just there for you to have an idea of what we might have to do. Okay, turning this around so you can still see we have this bit here, but I sent a picture to my brother and he had an eager eye and saw this crease right here that I hadn't even noticed. So we're going to try and push it out here and see if that crease will come out. This will hopefully lift this up, and then we need to roll this round a little bit and get this more sitting flush. If not, there is something that we will have to do, which I'm hoping we don't have to do, but we might need to do with a little bit of cutting. So let's go. Okay, after trying to give that a push and the seal on the side is actually rusty, what we're going to do is probably what we should have done from the start is replace the whole back panel. But we're going to reuse the outer one, just replace the inner one. I'm sure a lot of you would have suggested this by now, just to do it at the start. But we're like 2-3 videos in now, so whatever that may be. I haven't edited it yet, but yeah. Let's now start removing all the seam sealer and getting this panel out, ready for the new one to come. I did try to use a few different methods with trying to get the seam seal off, but we get there in the end. It just takes a bit of perseverance. Method was actually battering up my drill, so I'm going to get a heat gun and try and scrape some of it off and then go from there, and we'll see. If not, I need to go and get one of the brushes for my angle grinder and put it on there, and hopefully that will come off easier. So let's get as much as we can off tonight, and if need be tomorrow morning, that'll be my job. And that is how far we have managed to get today. Keep your eyes out for the next episode of rebuilding the Fiesta. Peace out, guys.